In this video, we're going to show you how to install the window regulator and motor on your Toyota Camry located inside the driver's side front door. With the door panel open, we're going to go ahead and use our trim tool here to go ahead and get right on the back side. Push this in and then twist it, popping this up. Now we're just releasing some plastic retainers. I'm going to lift it up and pull it back. Going to flip it over. You're going to have two connectors on the back side. There's going to be a little retainer button here. You're going to press that in and then pull that white connector out. Do the same on this one here. Pinch and pull. Using your trim tool, I want to go ahead and pop the sail panel trim right here. You're just releasing this blue retainer button. Go ahead and set that aside. Remove the armrest pad by using your trim tool. Get it between the pad and the door panel itself. Go gently lift this up. There's going to be a tab right inside here. You're just going to use your fingertip and push it in. Wiggle it up and out. Set that aside. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, I want to loosen and remove the two door panel screws here. One here and one here. Now inside the pull here, I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. I'm going to use my trim tool and I'm going to get right inside here and pry this cover out, popping that out. That's going to expose a Phillips head screw. We're going to use our screwdriver to go ahead and loosen and remove this. And go ahead and set that aside. We're going to be reusing that later on. Now I want to go ahead and pop our door panel off. I'm going to run my fingers along the inside section here of the door panel, run it down into the corner, and then just give it a little tug. Work your way around the perimeter, releasing the plastic retainers. And then work your way up both sides. Then once you feel that the whole door panel is rocking back and forth on the upper sill area, we're going to lift it up and off. Good, pull this off. And our door handle will pop out on the back side. And go ahead and set that door panel to the side. Let's go ahead and flip this over. We need to separate these cable ends here. So you're going to grab the plastic piece here and pull it up and out of the notch. As you swing it out, the cable will align and separate that ball end. Do this on both of these and set the handle aside. Now the cover here itself needs to come off. There's going to be plastic dials here. I'm going to turn these counterclockwise. Pop those buttons out. Slide our cable ends out. Now at this point here, we're going to go ahead and access the window regulator inside here. And there's going to be some hardware we need to access. In order to gain access to that hardware, we need to reinstall our window switch unit here. Going to reconnect this here. Now we need to turn our key to the on position and adjust the glass so we can gain access to that hardware. Now let's go ahead and remove this rubber grommet right here just to the left of the speaker. Use a little pocket screwdriver or your trim tool and pop that out, set that aside. Now I'm going to go ahead and adjust our window. We're going to raise this up. And right here is a horizontal crossbeam at the base. This supports the glass itself. Now there's a 10mm bolt here, and if you follow this beam right on over, there's going to be another 10mm bolt you're going to access through this port. adjust that glass, raise it up to the point where you have access to that 10mm bolt. Go ahead and put your socket inside there. And loosen that. And loosen that. And we do want to go ahead and remove this hardware. Use a magnet, grab that bolt. Now at this point here, the glass will separate from the regulator. So what we're going to do is raise up our glass to the full upright position. Now we're going to use our suction cups here to support and hold the glass. If you're at home and you don't have these suction cups, go ahead and use some tape. Go from one side right up and over the top and onto the other side. You want to keep that glass from dropping down inside the door while we work on the regulator. Using your 10mm socket, loosen and remove the regulator hardware. And at this point here, our regulator is free. We do want to come on up here to the power motor connector. And we want to just reach in this little tab right here. You can use a pocket flathead screwdriver, reach in there and press on this little tab, release that connector. And go ahead and work the regulator out of the door. Okay, feed the unit up inside the door. Install the window regulator connector, and we're going to lower our regulator a little bit. That should allow us to line this up a little bit better. Now with the regulator lined up, let's go ahead and secure the hardware. As far as this beam here goes, it will slide a tiny bit, but I'm going to go ahead and line it up with the marks on the door shell itself from the factory. I'm going to continue to lower the regulator down. This bar should slide back and forth. And I'm lining up the bolt hole on the bottom there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to remove the suction cups or your tape from up top and lower the glass down so that the glass brackets line up with the regulator. And slowly lower this glass down inside. Now we can see that the glass bracket here lined up right on the regulator. If it doesn't line up right away, just kind of work it around a little bit, manipulate that into position where you can get that bolt lined up and thread that in. Now I'm not going to tighten it. I want to go ahead and get the forward bolt in. Now I'm going to snug this down with my ratchet. Just snug that down. Do the same here. Once that bottoms out, make sure it's good and snug. At this point here, go ahead and run that regulator up and down all the way. Make sure everything works as it should. At this point here, go ahead and disconnect your master switch. We can shut the key off. Grab the rubber grommet, line this up, and pop it into place. Go ahead and grab your cable ends, feed them through the door panel cover here. Now what we need to do is pop the unit here into the retainers. Now you can pop the plastic retainers out if you want, but it's easy enough just to go ahead and flex it a little bit to pop it into position. Let's install our retainers here. I'm going to go ahead and rotate these here so that the little tabs are facing up and these are horizontal. Grab your door handle. Go ahead and get these installed. Let's bring our door panel up into position, feed our release handle in. Snap that into position. Raise the panel up. We want to hang the door panel on the upper portion of the sill. Before we snap the door completely into position, grab the harness for your window switch. Make sure that is up and clear. Make sure that the door shell is snapped on all the way. You can run your hands around the perimeter. That is all secured. Let's go ahead and install the screw in the upper portion here. Run that all the way in, snug it down. Install the trim panel. It just has some tabs on the back side here. Simply go ahead and line this up. Insert and press in gently. Install the two large screws. Once you get them started, go ahead and snug them down. Grab the pad. This little tab here needs to go into the plastic door panel pocket. There's a little tab or a little opening for this to go into. Then line this up. Snap it down into position. Grab the harness. Get your connectors plugged in. Insert the front portion into the hole in the pocket of the door panel. Push it forward, line it up. It's going to be a series of tabs that line up in the door panel itself. Snap it down. Install the upper sail panel trim. Little blue button here, line it up. And you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.